Welcome. We're going to be doing lesson 85 today, and it's on stem and leaf plots. You will see these on standardized testing quite a bit. SATs, ACTs, and then they're on other types of things. So you need to be able to recognize them. You may not use them necessarily, depending on your job and what computers will do the work for you, but you do need to be able to know how they work. So this lesson is all about stem and leaf plots, and I'll give you a heads up on your assignment. You won't have any questions on stem and leaf plots. So that's just how it's going to work for you. You just need to be able to know how to read the data. So when we gather data, we often need a way to display the data so that it can be analyzed. Suppose that the following test scores were made by a class of 30 students, and they rattled them all off for you in a big long list. So we can find the mean. You remember mean, mode, and median? This is that, and this is a way to figure out how to read this. We find that the mean is also known as the average, and we add the scores, which is done for us. How nice is that? 24, 44. And then we divide by the number of scores, which is 30. That will give us the average of the test scores. To find the range, mode, and median, we need to arrange the numbers in order from least to greatest. A stem and leaf plot can be used to organize the data quickly. So it's talking about like the stem of a plant and then the leaves of a plant. And so the stem has something in common of all the leaves, and that's why it's called that. It doesn't necessarily look like a tree, just saying. Since these scores all begin with 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, we use those numbers as the stem part, and the second digit of each number becomes the leaf part of the graph. So we have the stem here on the left, and the leaf, leaf on the right. Okay, so we're going to say, as we're looking at all these, we already figured it out, they figured it out for us, that we have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 as our stems. And then our leaves on the 5, we go through here and we figure out, oh, we've got an 8 there, and we have a 6. So the leaves of the stem that has the 5 are 6 and 8. So we have a 56 and we have a 58. And then when we see the 60s, we've got a 2, a 5, and a 9. And when you're listing them, it helps to write them in numerical order. You can just rattle them off and then figure it out from there as well. But I'm going to list them in numerical order. So we have a 62, a 65, and a 69 in our list here. And then in the 70s, we have a 70. We have two 74s, and we have two 75s. So if you see that here in our list, we have a 70, there's a 74, there's a 75, there's a 74, and then another 75 right here. So you can go through all of that to check my accuracy, but most of you are just going to take my word for it. All right, so the 80s, there's lots of 80s. So we have an 80, and I'm looking at another list that's not in numerical order. So I'm seeing that there are two 81s, there's 182, there's 183, no 84s, doesn't look like it. There's an 85 and an 86, two 87s, two 88s, and an 89. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in the 80s. Lots of 80s. Now here we have a 90, we have a 90, and we have a 91. There's one 92, no 93s, there's a 94, there's two 95s in the list, and two 96s. Whoops, I don't need to write the tens digit, I'm just writing the ones. All right, so when you look at this, you could write a whole list of the numbers in numerical order, And that's technically what you would need to do if you were figuring out the median and the modes, or well, the median in particular. So it still doesn't, I mean, I guess you could figure it out with this chart as long as you put them in numerical order. So I'm just kind of thinking through this a little bit more here with the range. You can see that the lowest number is 56 and the highest number is 96. And so the difference of those two numbers is 40. And then the median, remember, median of a highway is what's in the middle. And so the median of this is 84, because when you count this back, you will find that the median ends up right in here, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 on that side. So 83 being the stem here in the leaf, 83 and 85 are in the middle. You need to find the average of those two to find the median, if there's an even number of things in your list. So that's how you find that. It's 84. And then there are 7 modes. What are modes? That's the things that are found the most often, and each one of those that are found the most often are found twice. And so you can look at which ones they would be. They would be 74, 75, 70 or 87, 88, 95, and 96. So those are the ones that repeat. And that is the lesson. So it's not difficult, but it's something that, like I've told you in class before, it's something that you need to be able to recognize. You need to be able to see it. A lot of graphing calculators will be able to take an entire list and give you the mode, median, and range automatically. And so it's something that you need to know the skills, and you need to know the tools for Algebra 1, because you can't use calculators. But then later on, those will be things that you'll be able to say, oh, okay, I know how this works. So that's how that works. Your lesson 85 is pretty straightforward. We did quite a bit of review on the 84. Remember, you can ask me any questions, and just have a good time. And remember to go down into the Discord server, and you can ask questions there as well. So have a great evening or day or afternoon or whatever it is time that you're watching this. See you later. Bye.